Well, thank you very much, Darryl. And just like that, the dawn of a new season is upon us. 48 days on from the Scottish Cup final, 47 on from the playoff final. Those big days ended in disappointment for both Heart of Midlothian and Dundee United. And after time to mull over the end of last season, now they get the chance to respond and lay down a new marker. Kevin Clancy is the man in charge for the third time of this fixture and all ready to go. A really intriguing Group A clash in the Betfred Cup in the capital at Tynecastle Park. Heart of Midlothian against Dundee United. What a way to kick us off. Here goes United's new boy, Adrian Sporley. Stanton plays the 1-2 with Clark. Stanton, the former Hibernian player, and sends it into the middle. And guess who? Lawrence Shankland. What an impact! The man signed to deliver the goals for Robbie Nielsen's side. It's taken him 8 minutes. Shankland with the first goal of the new domestic season in Scotland.
Well, was it his first touch for United? It's really good interplay. It's a poor clearance from Berra, good little give and go, and then Stanton has the presence of mind just to stand it up, and Shankland, he's not going to miss those. Brought to United to score goals, the easiest of tasks, just needs to keep his eye on the ball and head it into the empty net. What a start.
And it can't just be coincidence that Lawrence Shankland always ends up between the goalposts. He's a clever player.
Hearts look to hit back. It's with the Northern Irishman who scored for his country last month against Estonia as they made a fine comeback. That's nicely done, it is Washington. And he dragged it just wide, but a sighting of goal for the new signing.
They've actually looked quite bright, Hearts have, in the final third. Clever little flick from Walker. It's an acute angle, isn't it? You can see the idea, is trying to find the far corner.
It's there for Buena. Andy Irving sliding in, and it goes to Ikpeazu. Walker's on his way. Jamie Walker for the perfect return. Again, Siegrist stands up well. Liam Smith away, but only as far as Andy Irving. Mulroney whips it in with pace. There's Washington. That's a delightful delivery from Mulroney.
Yeah, a couple of times he has put tantalising balls in, shifts the ball, gets a yard. It's a brilliant area. I think Washington, you just get up a little bit early, but from that range you hit the target, you score.
Smith back to Stanton. Now looks for McMullen. He will get there. McMullen. Oh, Christoph Berra just hesitated there. Sporley looking to mark his debut with a goal. Sean Clare. Can Hearts get back onto level terms at the end of this first half? It comes to Irving on the edge. They can get back level. Andy Irving, the 19-year-old, hammers in a volley, and that was timely. Smiles on the faces of those around Tynecastle now. Heart of Midlothian 1, Dundee United 1.
Well, the truth is, you can't say they don't deserve this. They have been the dominant side in the first half. It's a lovely technique. Doesn't try and hit the ball too hard. It's about getting that left hip up nice and high, and the contact. And on this greasy surface, it bounces a couple of times into the corner. Had to be something special to beat Siegrist. Would you fancy Dundee United, Stephen, in a penalty shootout?
If Lawrence Shankland could take all 5, yes.
Here goes McMullen, trying to ensure that they don't need penalties, and there's Stanton arriving. Oh, what an opportunity. Only 40 seconds old, the second half.
Blimey. It's a good run from McMullen. Ball just helped on, and he puts it into a good area. Just bounces on Stanton and slides off the surface, and he can't direct it on target. His Hearts route to goal blocked off, but Washington into Ikpeazu.
He just had to get a touch on it. It's a big, big chance.
Well, does Robson just do enough here and ease him out? It's a brilliant ball in. Oh, I think he sees it all the way though.
Third Dundee United player in the book, Michael Smith. Well, that's cut out. It comes for Ikpeazu, and he got power behind it, skidding off the surface, but Siegrist held on.
Yep. Doesn't really get the power on the shot. Good strength. Get off there. Tries to beat Siegrist.
Liam Smith to McMullen. Smith again. It takes a touch. Louis Appert turns well and sets up Clark, and surely, oh, it's wide from Nicky Clark. Well, they've had precious few chances in this second half, and when they do, it really was a sitter for a man of his quality in front of goal.
Absolutely right. Clark lacking the spark. Real opportunity. The second one especially. He has to score.
Straight into the action. It's clear to take. It's Berra at the front post. It got a second touch on. And it goes just wide from Zanata.
I think Robbie Nielsen will be disappointed that Berra gets the first touch on there. It's a good run from the centre half. And Zanata is just behind him.
Mark Connolly survives. It's with Hickey now. Out comes the goalkeeper. He hadn't anticipated Ikpeazu's leap. Clark chasing this down. It's a slip.
He's got to go.
And surely a handball there. It's spotted by Kevin Clancy, and it is a red card. And it's Andy Irving, the man who got Hearts level, that they're going to finish with 10 men.
Well, he gets there, Irving, but initially he just stumbles there, and then the correct decision from Kevin Clancy. It's again a wrong sport there. Correct decision. But I suppose Craig Levine will be saying, well, how did Connolly not get a second yellow and a red card at the other end?
Yeah, I think that's the irony of it all. But a matter of moments ago, Mark Connolly could have found himself sent off, but clearly denying a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Andrew Irving has to go.
A night of highs and lows for Andy Irving. Now Nicky Clark fancies this, along with Scott Banks. What an introduction it could be for the youngster. You wonder if Clark will pull rank here. Leaves it for Banks, straight into the wall. And then hammered wide by Robson. Going back with him, but Scott Banks has done well. He's also set up Paul McMullen. That's just wide. It was a bit of a tired effort from McMullen.
I think there's a player in there, Paul McMullen, but he hasn't shown enough tonight. And this is never going to trouble the goalkeeper.
Connolly clear. The final seconds ticking down, and Kevin Clancy blows for full time. It's a 1-1 draw, which ensures a point for each side, and now the opportunity for one to grab the extra bonus point. Whose last goal for Hearts was a penalty kick in the Scottish Cup semi-final against Inverness Caledonian Thistle. He faces Benjamin Siegrist, and it's Sean Clare who sends the Swiss goalkeeper the wrong way, and a good start for Hearts.
Well, he was a regular penalty taker towards the end of the season. The ideal start you want, nice and composed, Siegrist wrong way.
Nicky Clark steps up. The good news for Dundee United is that the 4 takers in the playoff final, Callum Booth, Osman Sow, Peter Pollitt and Safranco, none of them are on the field. Nicky Clark, who scored penalties in that playoff run, facing Bobby Zlamal, and now he misses. 5 missed penalties in a row for Dundee United.
Well, it's contagious. Clark whips it to the right hand side, and big Bobby, strong hand. Did we expect anything else?
Ollie Bozanic, who, like Sean Clare, his last goal in a Hearts jersey was a penalty kick against Celtic in February. Hammers it home. Good penalty from the Australian. Siegrist went the right way.
Yeah, you have to make your advantage count. You've got to score after the opposition miss. Ollie Bozanic, nice and composed, left foot. Siegrist very low.
Paul McMullen, as Bobby Zlamal came out to play a few mind games with the Dundee United winger.
He'll score.
McMullen, Zlamal moving about on his line. He almost got it, but McMullen has the last laugh.
All sorts of movement from Zlamal. It's the rising ball. Bobby goes down. It's a cool penalty under pressure.
Interesting to see what Shelley Kerr thinks. There's not too many goalkeepers have a foot in the line, Rory.
Well, Michael Smith is next up, scored his only 2 goals for Hearts in this competition, both last season. That's a great penalty from the Northern Irishman.
Absolutely no stopping that one. Head down, plenty of power. Boom.
Wow. What a penalty that was.
So 3 from 3 for Hearts. And pressure on the young shoulders of Scott Banks on his debut for Dundee United. Zlamal will look to make it as difficult as possible for the youngster, but how's that for a cool head?
Go on, Banksy. Calm as you like, not phased. Sends the keeper the wrong way.
Robbie Nielsen's side are behind. Next up, Connor Washington, Northern Irish international striker, on his debut for Heart of Midlothian after signing from Sheffield United. Can he keep their advantage? He squeezes it into the corner, does Washington. Hearts have a good advantage.
He can squeeze all he wants, Rory. It's hit the back of the net. That's the most important thing for Connor Washington and for Hearts.
Well, Rashid Buena must score. Dundee United were involved in 3 penalty shootouts last season. They lost in the Betfred Cup to Alloa Athletic. They lost in the Challenge Cup to Alloa Athletic, and they lost to St Mirren in the playoff final. Rashid Buena must score here, and he does. And he keeps it going.
Yeah, good penalty under pressure. Zlamal stands up, he whips it across him.
John Suter is next up. He used to be the record holder for the youngest ever Dundee United player. That was beaten in the last game, or the last league game of last season, by Chris Mockery at Greenock Morton. Suter now looking to put Hearts into an unassailable position and to take the 3 points, or the extra bonus point rather. John Suter hammers the penalty home. It is a bonus point for Heart of Midlothian. They get the 2. Dundee United have to settle for 1, and it is Hearts who take control of Group A.